Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's post we are looking at Knip Mode May, which I loved so much. I actually got the issue. So first of all, Knip Mode is a Dutch sewing magazine which is also now translated into German and is also sold as Burda Extra. It comes in all of the size ranges, and the patterns are also available as PDFs on the website. Okay, so here we go. Right off the bat, this had a lot of dresses, so I was quite happy because I do like dresses. I'm definitely more of a dress person when it comes to sewing. So we've got a lot of vintage stuff. So off the bat, we've got a very simple dress in a lovely linen blue and white fabric. We don't have a line drawing, but it's further along. Okay, right, so we've got these beautiful 60s style shift dresses, and we've got a center front seam here and some welt pockets, some flap welt pockets, but we've got this really lovely princess line seam that sort of goes from around the neckline all the way down there, and it's really quite beautiful. It's like a combination between a princess line and a French dart. I really liked this. This was definitely up there for me. I might not go with the jetted pockets though. So something about them doesn't quite work, especially in this color, but I can see the potential for this in a really bright and popping color. And then we've got another sort of take on a 60s style. I've seen so many of these before on like vintage patterns and how they look absolutely super stylish. And you know, they've taken it, they've added ease to it, and they've created a nice looking jumper, which is kind of like a smart jumper, perfect for loungewear, of which I think for a lot of people during the lockdown, this would be a great make. And then there's that dress that we led off with, and it's got like a faux wrap and some really interesting detail going on at the front there. And I think that this would be a really fun dress to make. I think it would be a fun dress to make. Sadly, the detail around the bust is lost because they've used a print, a busy print, but I'm pretty sure knowing Knip Mode, later on they've got a picture of it in a solid, and so you can see how truly beautiful it is. There's another picture of it, and you can kind of see a little bit of the strap going through here, but again, it's got a really beautiful figure flattering style because of how it goes in at the bust, and it has this gentle flare going out with the princess seam lines, and princess seam lines are always the best when it comes to fitting anything. Okay, and we've got a variation of that dress again, but this time we've got some cap sleeves, very cute, make it into a sheath dress, and you've got a picture of what it would have, you know, look like on vintage patterns. And then we've got a top, a simple top here with an opening. It looks like it's also got a zipper at the back and cap sleeves. That's okay. And then we've got your 1950s style cigarette Capri Pants type thingy, and they've got an interesting slit at the front of the trousers itself. Normally I would be used to seeing these on the sides, so I think that that's an interesting little take on it. Great styling. I think in terms of styling, I feel like this works with the light color for the pants, and then you've got the deeper color for the top. Okay. Oh, also the jetted pockets at the back, they're kind of like double jetted pockets that are slightly offset. That should be fun. I wish we could see a close-up of that detail. And then we've got some cargo pants for the guys. You know, they're quite useful to have. I was just like, this is great. At some point I would like to make some cargo pants for my husband. And we've got some more lovely tops coming up. So this top over here, I love the color, love the yellow. We've got a simple pleated detail at the front with a peekaboo point here on the neckline. Again, it looks really fun. It looks interesting. This is the sort of pattern I would try out in order to challenge myself. Now this I love. I love most things that have an open back, especially for summer wear, and I love this top, and it was one of the things that I was like, yep, I definitely want to have that. And I love how it's got the buttons. You can really make a feature of those buttons down the center back. It's got princess seam lines, so we know it's going to be easy to fit. You can make this as fitted as you want to or not. Plus, it means that it's really easy to turn this into a dress just by lengthening along those seam lines. So yeah, I really liked this top. I thought that that was a really good pattern. And again, Knip Mode is after my heart with all of these open backs, because I do love this. And it's kind of like it's not just a straightforward V-neck, it's sort of like, it's curved in. And I feel like that creates a really elegant line. I also quite liked that. We've got a variation on that dress again with the interesting foul wrap detail. And this time it's been made into a blouse with these puffy sleeves. It's okay. I'm still not quite a big, not a big fan of the prints that they have used though. Okay, and then we've got variations on the tops again. So we've got this top with the keyhole front detail, but they've sort of underlined the detail, the intricacy of that neckline by putting a black bias binding, which I think is brilliant. I think Knip Mode really do excel at highlighting the selling points of their patterns. And then we've got this top with the deep V neckline, and then we've just got some little lapels added to it. And yeah, so quite a good range of tops and dresses that I've seen that I like so far. Oh, okay, so then we've got again a variation on that dress, except it's been made into a jacket now, whereby the lapel, instead of finishing in, is actually lengthened into a belt that then goes round the back to wrap it. So very avant-garde, I gotta say. And we've got some simple slim fit chino type trousers. Yeah, that's quite nice. And then we've got the line drawings here. So yeah, so as I said, this is available in sizes European 34 to 56 for every single pattern, which is really lovely. And Knip Mode is one of the very few magazines that does that, so you kind of don't have to check and see if they've got the pattern in your size. You just know whatever size you are or you will be, you'll be able to sew it up, which is pretty brilliant. So you've got instructions for each and every one of the patterns over there. And then here we go. So we've got an easy to make jumpsuit, which is made out of a jersey fabric, and it's got simple kimono type sleeves. This is great for loungewear. It just looks so simple and so comfortable to make. I like it. And it's got full step-by-step instructions. So this is one of those that I'm thinking I might make in order to increase my loungewear collection. And then we've got a mix and match section, which shows you how you can mix the various tops with the various skirts that they have in order to create very wedding worthy outfits. So we've got this simple off the shoulder dress. Well, it's not that simple to sew, but it's got some beautiful classic design lines. Again, with the princess lines, you can't go wrong with princess lines. You can make them as fitted as you want to. This one's got a bit of a mermaid detail, and I like how it's got a slight little peekaboo slit. I do like my little slits. And I think it's got a really classy 60s style neckline here. Very elegant. Very, very nice. And then another variation is with a poofy 80s style skirt. You can't tell, but it does have an offset asymmetrical panel here, which is a bit of a shame. You could have played around with, say, maybe like a different color lace overlay, maybe like a subtle pink, and that would have just made it pop just a little bit more. But yeah, again, it's that simple top that we were shown before in the navy blue, but showing you how you can easily make a wedding dress out of those as separates. How cool is that? Okay, and then we've got the dress made out of the princess seam line, and we've got some flutter sleeves made in a lace here. And again, it is lovely, it is beautiful. And this is the wedding issue, which is really quite unusual, because normally March tends to be the wedding issue for some reason. Right here, this is, it's very Little House on the Prairie, this skirt, I thought. But yeah, it's got a lovely deep V neck, and then it's got the little lapels over there. And this one has been given these trumpety style sleeves that sort of flare out. Again, some lovely wedding dresses. And then, oh, I love this one. This one is my favorite out of all of them, because number one, it's got the open back. I love the open back. And it's got a skirt that has got a high-low hem, and the skirt has got volume, and I love volume. So I was just like, this is fabulous. And again, I think that this doesn't necessarily have to be a wedding dress. You could easily make this in like a linen, navy linen, and it would work. You could make it in cotton lawn and it would work. Oh, and she's also wearing it with trousers, made it kind of like a 50s style trouser. So yeah, so I thought that was quite a good take on wedding dresses. And then we've got some simple skirts and trousers. So here we've got a close-up of that offset the offset double welt pocket, which I gotta say looks better on the line drawings than actually in person, because it's a little bit gapey. See if I can show it to you. Yeah, it's a little bit gapey. Oh, that's a shame, but I think it's a good idea in principle, but clearly execution wise, maybe it works if everything is just flat. And then we've got a skirt which is denim on the top, and then you've got cotton at the bottom. I always think that this type of skirt, when I see it, it's been a refashion where you had a denim skirt that was too short for you, and then you just add that. That kind of what it looks like to me. And then we've got a denim skirt here. Simple denim skirt, always a good addition to any wardrobe, especially if you like the denim skirt look. My problem with this is that the narrow silhouette just doesn't allow for that much movement. And we've got some Capri Pants over here. Cute. Oh yeah, so these ones have got the slits on the side, which is what I'm more used to seeing. And then we've got the dress with Yanis, and again, lots of frills, lots of flounces. We know Yanis loves those. He likes the feminine aesthetic. And this is nice. I think that this is quite a nice dress. It's not often that I see something that, you know, Yanis has designed that I like, but I was just like, I would actually be down with that. I like the asymmetrical flounces, and I kind of feel like in the right fabric, this dress would move like a dream. It would absolutely move like a dream, and they've made it in a chiffon. My one big criticism is that they always tend to pick fabrics that I don't really like personally. And I feel like this fabric just blends into the background so much. Like, you know, if they were so stuck on this fabric, maybe a different background to just make it pop. It does not pop for me, in my opinion. But I really liked this. I just thought that this was cute. And I expect that this might be a popular one. I don't know. Only time will tell. But I liked it. Okay, so that was the issue of Knip Mode, May 2020. I'm glad I got it. I love the dress patterns. Hopefully I will have time to sew them up. Thank you so much for watching. If you've stayed this long, I really do appreciate that. Now let me know which ones you like from this issue in the comments box down below. If you haven't already, do subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that you can be alerted when I post out new content. Otherwise, the algorithm will only push out the most popular trending things that the algorithm thinks it should be. So do hit that notification button. And until I see you next time, guys, happy sewing. Bye.